The movie starts by showing the future. By the end of the 21st century, life on Earth had become very difficult because of overpopulation, diseases, and pollution. So, the rich people of Earth built a huge space station in Earth's orbit to live in. This space station is called Elysium. Elysium is like a paradise. It has clean air, beautiful homes, advanced technology, and no diseases. The people living there have also invented a device to cure all illnesses. This device is called 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗲. The 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗲 can treat any disease in just a few seconds, and every home in Elysium is equipped with one. Meanwhile, down on Earth, people are dying from even small diseases, but the people of Elysium don't care. They are just enjoying their lives without any worries. After a few years pass, we are introduced to a little boy named 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗲. Max lives in an orphanage without his parents, and there he meets a girl named 𝗟𝗲. Max has only one dream in life, that one day he will go to Elysium. He promises 𝗟𝗲 that he will earn enough money to take her there with him someday. To make money, Max starts stealing small things as a child. A nun at the orphanage tries to guide him, telling him that stealing is not good. She says he should find a purpose in life because he is special and will do something great one day. After this, the movie shifts to the year 2154. Max is now grown up and works a small job at a company called 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. 𝗟𝗲 had left him years ago to study, and Max now understands that his dream of going to Elysium will never come true. Because of this, he stopped stealing and committing crimes a few years ago. One day, Max wakes up and heads to work. Some robot police officers stop him at a bus stop. They check his old criminal record and ask him to search his bag. Max tells them he's getting late for work, which makes the robots angry. They fracture his arm, but they find nothing in his bag. Max goes to the hospital to get his arm treated. There he meets 𝗟𝗲 again, who is now a nurse. She tends to Max's wounds and then he invites her for coffee. She agrees to go with him on Wednesday. After this, Max goes to his job and there, a machine door gets stuck. His supervisor tells him to go inside and fix it. Max goes in and fixes the door, but he gets trapped inside when the machine starts working. His body absorbs a huge amount of radiation from the machine, and the radiation leaves Max in very bad condition. A robot doctor comes and tells Max that because of this radiation, he will die in 5 days. The doctor gives him some medicine and says that if he keeps taking it, he won't feel any pain until he dies. After this accident, Max's boss fires him from his job. The company Max worked for was called 𝗟𝗏𝗻𝗿𝗲, and its CEO was named John Carlyle. John Carlyle is very troubled because his company's profits have dropped significantly, and he wants to make it profitable again. Max takes his medicine and goes to see his childhood friend Julio. Before working at 𝗟𝗏𝗻𝗿𝗲, Max used to work with Julio for a man named Spider. Spider is a hacker and a criminal. He hacks into Elysium's system and helps people from Earth by illegally sending shuttles to Elysium. One day, Spider sends 3 shuttles to Elysium with poor people from Earth. When Elysium's defense secretary, 𝗟𝗲𝗃𝗲, finds out about these shuttles, she warns them to turn back. But when they don't listen, she orders her agent, Kruger, to destroy them. Kruger uses a rocket launcher to blow up 2 of the shuttles, killing everyone inside. But one shuttle still manages to land on Elysium, and the people inside use a 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗲 to cure themselves. 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗲 arrests them and sends them back to Earth. Elysium's president, Patel, scolds 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗲, saying that because of her actions, many people died today. He warns her that this is her last warning. If she ever does something like this again, she will be removed from her position as defense secretary. After this, 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗲 meets Carlyle and tells him that he must create a program for her that can reboot Elysium's system. She says that if he does this, she will take over Elysium and become the new president, and in return, she will give Carlyle's company all of Elysium's contracts for life. Carlyle agrees and writes the program's code. He uploads this code into his own brain. Meanwhile, Max knows that his only chance to survive is to reach Elysium and use a 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗲. He goes to Spider with Julio and tells him they need to get to Elysium. Spider agrees to give Max an Elysium ID, but since Max has no money, Spider makes a deal with him. He tells Max that in exchange, he must steal data from the brain of a wealthy Elysium citizen. Spider wants to use this data to steal bank details and passwords. With no other choice, Max agrees to Spider's deal. To steal the data, Max and his team plan to kidnap his former boss, 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃. Spider installs a device in Max's brain that will help steal the data, and also fits Max with a robotic exosuit that makes him much stronger than before. For this brain-to-brain heist, Max sabotages 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀's shuttle engine, forcing it to crash land on Earth. He then kills 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀's robot bodyguards and begins extracting data from 𝗟𝗃𝗃's brain. When Defense Secretary 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀 learns about this, she sends Kruger to save 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀. During the fight, 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀 gets accidentally shot and dies. But before dying, Max successfully transfers all the data from 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀's brain into his own. Kruger arrives and kills Max's friend, Julio, along with his other companions. Max gets badly injured but manages to escape from Kruger. Kruger chases after Max, but he hides and saves himself. Then, Kruger deploys numerous drones to search for him. Injured and stumbling, Max goes to Frey's place asking for help. Frey treats his wounds with bandages. There, Max discovers that Frey has a daughter named 𝗦𝗂𝗀𝗃𝗀. Frey explains her daughter has leukemia that could only be treated on Elysium Medical Bay. But Max hadn't even known that Frey was married. So he tells Frey he can't help her and leaves. As soon as Max steps outside, Kruger's drones spot him. Max destroys the drones and returns to Spider. Meanwhile, Kruger uses the drone's location to find and capture Frey and 𝗦𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀. Spider informs Max that Elysium has shut down all flight signals because of him, making it impossible for anyone to reach the space station. After scanning Max's brain, Spider realizes Max's brain contains Elysium's reboot program, data that is extremely valuable to Elysium's leaders. Hearing this, Max understands Kruger's men can't kill him because they need the data in his brain. He leaves a message for Kruger using the wrecked drone. When Kruger arrives, Max threatens to blow up his own brain with a grenade, unless Kruger takes him to Elysium to use the medbay. Kruger agrees and takes Max aboard his shuttle. After Max is captured, 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 reopens the flights. Seeing Max heading to Elysium, Spider follows in another shuttle. As they approach Elysium, Kruger tries to trick Max and grab the grenade, but the pin comes out. In the explosion, half of Kruger's face blows off. After landing on Elysium, Frey takes her daughter to a medbay for treatment. However, since Frey doesn't have an Elysium citizen tag on her hand, the medbay doesn't work for her. Meanwhile, Kruger's men capture both Max and Frey, knocking them unconscious and taking them to 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃. They take Kruger to another medbay, where his face gets completely regenerated. 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃's doctors examine Max and say that they can extract the data from his brain, but the procedure will kill him. 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 coldly tells them to proceed anyway, saying, "We just need to secure the data." She then goes to Kruger and complains that he never does anything properly. Kruger, tired of her constant criticism, suddenly stabs 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 in the throat with a piece of glass, killing her. Now Kruger wants to become Elysium's president himself, using the data from Max's brain. He orders his men to kill all of Elysium's politicians. At the same time, Spider arrives on Elysium with his own team. Max manages to free himself and goes searching for Frey, while Kruger also starts searching for Max to extract the data from his brain. Max kills 2 of Kruger's men and finds Frey and 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃. He tells them to hide because he has a plan. Max meets with Spider and suggests using the reboot program in his brain to make all of Earth's citizens legal residents of Elysium. But before they can act, Kruger finds them. Max and Kruger engage in an intense hand-to-hand fight across the space station. During their brutal fight, Max manages to tie a grenade to Kruger's body and throws him off a bridge. This time, the explosion kills Kruger for good. Spider then begins downloading the data from Max's brain. He also realizes that the process will kill Max. But Max already knew this would happen. Before sacrificing himself, Max has one last conversation with Frey. He reminds her of his childhood promise to take her to Elysium someday, saying, "Today I kept my promise." After saying goodbye to Frey, Max presses the button on the device, rebooting Elysium's entire system. When the system finishes rebooting, all people on Earth are officially recognized as citizens of Elysium. Medical ships immediately depart from the space station to help everyone on the dying planet. Frey and her daughter are finally able to use a medbay, curing 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃's leukemia. Though Max didn't survive, his sacrifice gave everyone on Earth access to Elysium's advanced technology and healthcare, changing the world forever. On IMDb, this movie was rated by 485,000 people and has an average rating of 6.6. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe for more interesting videos like this.